Well then, you're seeing me 3 times in one day. Sorry about that. I'm starting bang on time here at 10 o'clock. This is going to be a concise, a short and sweet, and a to-the-point stream. You know I don't normally go live this late. You know it's not normally deadline day the day after, but things are sort of exploding into action tonight on the Sofyan Amrabat transfer. And for me, it is the transfer that we need to complete on deadline day. I think he's a signing that can, in the circumstances, that can really help this midfield bring balance and bring control into it. I'm going to run through the full story for you. I'm going to run through it chronologically as it's happened over the last hour or so, because it is exploding with news and updates from Fabrizio Romano, from David Ornstein, and from Italy as well on Sam. Someone called him Samrabat, and that's immediately stuck in my head. Damn it, that is really going to stick. That is going to stick. Someone's called me Samrabat, and I'm never gonna live that down. Well, I'll be fine with it as long as he joins us. All right, you ready for this? Let's go. Let's get into it. If you're new, welcome aboard. Amrabat. Okay, we know exactly what the story was yesterday with Amrabat. Well, actually, we don't know exactly what the story was yesterday, because you heard reports coming out that Man United had put in a €2 million loan bid for him, and then we all kind of went sort of disgusted by how derisory that bid was. Fabrizio Romano came out and said that wasn't a formal bid. That was Manchester United in informal talks, that no loan proposal had gone in. And then tonight, to kick it all off, about 9:15, what's that, 45 minutes ago, Fabrizio Romano here saying that Manchester United are going to be entering more talks over Amrabat. Yes, please. As I said, this is the lad that can come in. And there's people, I can see it in the comments down here, turning the noses up at Amrabat. Oh, he's not world class. He's not going to transform us. It's like, no, you know who I would have loved to go after this summer? Moises Caicedo or Declan Rice. Moises Caicedo went for 130 mil. Declan Rice went for 105 mil. We're a skint football club, skint with a capital S. So that's why we are sitting there chasing loan signings. Anyway, Fabrizio Romano said that they're going to have a new round of talks. And then we had these quotes coming out from Fiorentina's president. We told Amrabat if he wants to leave, we'll try and make it happen. He's still under contract, so eventually he will stay here. Well, that's a bit of a weird one. Man United or Galatasaray, there are multiple negotiations ongoing. That's what he said there. And then it was this news that sort of came out that sort of lit it up, and you were like, what's going on there? Because, of course, Man United do not have the money to sign Amrabat. As far as the price of Amrabat goes, he's 26, 27. He's experienced. He's quality. He's not the best in the world, no. But for the price, which would be somewhere between 20 to 30 million, a very, very good player. But United don't have that money. Hence why we're trying to get a loan deal. And then you saw DiMarzio say that Fulham are going to come in with a €30 million bid. And that made me sort of sit back and go, hold on here. That's not good news. Of course, Fulham, it looks like Pellegrini is going to be going to Bayern Munich. There is so much. I've never seen this. Honestly, I've been covering United transfer windows for my job now for like the last 8-9 years. I've not seen this before. This sort of level of activity. Ted Mengi's just completed his move to Luton. Dean Henderson's just completed his move to Crystal Palace. Everything's going on with Amrabat. Sergio Reguilon's just completed his... There's so much news. I'm going to cover all of that in the show tomorrow. I'm just focusing on Amrabat here. But when this came out, everyone's like, hold your horses. I can't compete with that. We haven't got any money. The only thing we can offer is a loan spell. A loan move with maybe not... Well, it'd have to be an obligation. So I didn't like that story when it came out. And then we saw different reports. So Santijuana, I can't remember what transfer it was that he was completely hot on. I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, it's not just him speaking. As I said, there's more updates from David Ornstein. I'm just running through chronologically what's happened here tonight to bring you up to date. He's saying, look, Fiorentina and United are still working. Let's go for smaller screen there so you can see more of it. Fiorentina and United are working on that. He is not interested. He's not interested in Fulham. He's rejected West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Al Ali. One thing I'll say here about Sofyan Amrabat, if he does join Manchester United, and fingers crossed he does, and I'll tell you what, it does look good. Man, this dude wants to join our football club. He has done more for this transfer than anybody else involved in it. And I swear to God, it seems like he wants to play for United more than any fans want him to play for United. He wants to join United. Really, really does. So you're seeing that from Santijuana, and you're also seeing that from Florian Plettenberg saying, no, he will not join Fiorentina. He will not join Fulham. He's only interested in a move to Manchester United. We go forward here, and then we see reports coming from Italy, from Tutto Mercato Web. Come on, this is when you're scraping the barrel. This is the sort of thing where you'd scrape the barrel if this was the only story, but it all adds into the chronological aspect of it. They released an article saying, look, he's going to become a United player. He's going to have his medical. It's already booked on Friday. And then they swiftly deleted the article. So, what's going on there? Somebody jumped the gun. Somebody went too early. Somebody made something up. Not quite sure. But this is what I mean about the frenzy. I like doing these sort of full story updates for you because I watch it in real time. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope it helps you understand. It seems like there's so much more. I don't know. It plays out like play by play, conversation by conversation. I suppose, look, you might say that I'm part of that and I am feeding the hysteria here, but I'm trying to cover it all for you so you're not going to get sort of blown away by what's being reported elsewhere. Anyway, that's what happened there. Then David Ornstein weighed in and he said this. He's obviously speaking about the Sergio Reguilon, but look at the little note there towards the end. Amrabat is also on track. Then we go forward and we see what was written in the article. You can see down here, United's decision when it comes to Reguilon and Cucurella was made for footballing and financial reasons, and there is hope that Fiorentina midfielder Sofyan Amrabat can also be secured before Friday's 11 p.m. deadline. That's David Ornstein. He's saying that Amrabat is on track. And then we follow that up with, as I said, this is pretty mad. You then see Fiorentina's chairman here. He's speaking about the transfer. He says, look, I can't give an answer because I don't know what will happen. We're trying to please him because he wants to go. If the deal can't be done, he will stay with us. There are lots of negotiations underway. And then on top of that, Fabrizio Romano came back in. As I said, normally I wouldn't go live this late. Normally there's not this amount of updates from Fabrizio, from Ornstein, from different sources all around, all within the space of 45 minutes. So that's why I'm bringing it to you now. So you can sleep easy, I suppose. Or maybe not. You just sleep excited. Sleep excited? That doesn't make sense. Manchester United are set to negotiate again with Fiorentina for the Amrabat deals. Exactly what you said earlier. Amrabat wants to join United since the end of June, and he said he's not open to joining any other club. And I said this, and that, mate, Amrabat wants this transfer. Fabrizio Romano confirming and he's saying, look, Fulham are not involved in the race. So we've gone here from Damasio saying that, is it that one there? Damasio, that Fulham are working on a 30 million. As I said, Fulham are in the market. They need someone now because Pellegrini is going to be going to Bayern Munich. Now, there's conversations, and we'll speak about these tomorrow, right? We could talk about Scott McTominay. It seems unlikely for me. Now, apparently, we put in a separate bid for, Yusuf Fofana from Monaco. Again, I've never seen this amount of stories come out. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But Fabrizio reaffirming here that he does not want to join Fulham. So that's Fulham, that's Forest, that's West Ham, that's Al Ali. And when you look at it on paper, of course he's going to join United. But he wants United bad. And we need him bad, which is a good combination, right? What have I got down here as well? There's another one up there. Yeah. All of that summed up in 9 minutes. Now, if that isn't efficiency, everyone has a go at me and says, oh, Sam, you're boring intros. No one has a go at me. I know you're all joking. But how about that? Covered in full for you. So don't be sort of massively alarmed. But I was alarmed by that. I was like, I do not like the look of that. But Fabrizio reaffirming that he doesn't want to join Fulham. And I think we've spoken about this as a community before. I understand that players have some power over what transfers they can and they can't do, right? But can a player, Amrabat here, for example, two deals on the table. If there was a deal from Fulham and a deal from United, the Fulham deal included 30 million euros and it was a permanent transfer that could happen this summer. And the other deal is a loan with an obligation to buy. Now, you might say, well, that could basically work out to be roughly the same thing. We pay a loan fee, we cover his wages, and we offer 27 mil. Well, I don't know. I'm making these numbers up, right? We offer a bit. Overall, that would work out the same. But surely Fiorentina would rather have the cash up there, the cash up front. And if he has the power to sort of say, oh, no, I do not want to join Fulham. All right, I'm not joining Fulham. Then, then players, I suppose, have more power over their transfers than I actually realized that they did. which is, I don't know, I find that quite interesting. Let me see if anything else is being said on this because it could well move very, 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 very fast. Yeah, look, that's a little separate side point here. Sergio Reguilon, he's completed his medical for Manchester United. No fee, no buy option. It's going to be a straight loan, probably a straight 4-month loan until, 5-month loan until January. He's going to go back. I'll speak about that in more depth tomorrow. This show is all just about this man here, Sofyan Amrabat. Now, let me do a quick poll here, right? We'll chat now. We'll chat as a community for the next 10 minutes. I'll run through any stories, anything else you want me to talk about. I'm going to leave a poll. Do you think we're signing Amrabat? Right? I apologize for anyone on Facebook. Do you think we're United with our signing Amrabat? Yes or no? All right. Simple. I start calling him Samrabat. But it doesn't stick. I've just got to stop repeating it. Then you'll forget about it, really. There. Leave that for the poll. Oh, look at that. Anthony, you absolute don, man. Man, I'll tell you what. I need to lie down after all this transfer stuff. I seriously do. I'm only gonna tickle the gong there, but 5 gifted memberships from Anthony. Champions League live draw earlier, live show earlier, and this tonight, and we've got tomorrow. And there's so much that still can and should happen tomorrow. Loads of you down here are commenting. I love how engaged your community is, man. We really are something else. So many of you have joined that Discord, and I'm gonna share this link in now because there's so many new people I know that are tuning in this show here that maybe aren't regular faces. Please, if you would, join our Discord. Launched it today. So happy with it. It's so active, and so many of you have joined. I want more of you in there. Right, let me see what the poll is saying straight away. We have got, and look at this, right? That's the most I've ever seen. Nearly 800 votes in the first minute. And a whopping 86% of you, 86% of you think that Amrabat is going to be joining Manchester United tomorrow. That is a serious amount of confidence. And then we see what you're saying down here in the comments. Chappy Poppins says Smokey Montana. Yeah, I see you into Discord as well, my man. Go away, Fulham. Forest. Amrabat. Man, I think I say this to you once, maybe twice a week. I said it's important that a player wants to actually genuinely play for our club because that could define that extra 5% that they're willing to give on the pitch as last 10 minutes when it's backs against the wall or they've got to dig deep. It's important. It's all part of the mental aspect of it. Of course, a player actually being decent is the more important aspect. But Amrabat ticks all those boxes. I really have been waxing lyrical. I haven't said that in a while. I've been waxing lyrical this week about Amrabat. Because I know that it's a bit of a panic at this point. Right, here we are. It is the window closes in just over 24 hours. All right. We haven't signed Amrabat. We haven't signed that midfielder, but the one word that I would say that Ten Hag still hasn't managed to achieve with this Manchester United team is control. Still a game of football. It's back and forth. It's quick. It's up and down. I know that United want to be a good transition team. In fact, Ten Hag wants us to be the best transition team in the world. However, you need to have control. You need to have midfielders who can provide that control. And I would call him a metronome. If anybody's played music at all, it's the pendulum that swings back and forth and it gives you your timing. Same time every time that you follow the metronome. That's what Amrabat would be if he joins this United midfield. He will make everybody else sort of at ease a little bit, if you know what I mean. That player that can, I think I've spoken about it, is the player that can allow you to just knock the ball around for 90 seconds. In possession, no danger, move it about. I'm going to go down and read a few of your comments out. There's so many people down in the comments. Get involved, ask your questions. I'll try and answer as many as possible. Liam is saying, does Scott go if Amrabat comes? I think they're completely independent, completely isolated. They're not entirely related at all. Given how long it's taken us to get this Amrabat deal over the line, I would be staggered if Manchester United were able to sell Scott McTominay and replace Scott McTominay in the space of 24 hours. I would be staggered beyond belief unless we already had loads of stuff in place, which I really do not. I do not think we do. There's a couple of super chats. Let me read these out. Don't want to miss them. Ryan, you're saying that we need Qatar to buy us before January. Well, maybe we are broke, man. We are. We've I don't need to tell you about the state of the finances of our club, and it's a three-pronged thing. Number one, we've overspent and wasted a ton of money over the last 10 years. Number two, we've undersold because we spent so much on the wrong players. They haven't had resale value, or we've held on to them too long, or they've got huge contracts. We've just not handled any facet of the transfer window, in or out, correctly, really, over the last 10 years. And number three, the Glazers have run the business of the company into a state of disrepair. We're losing money. We're hemorrhaging money despite revenues being I think we've got record revenues, actually. All those three things combined, aka United are skint. And because we've been signing so many players on the credit card and pushing it down the line, I think we owe over 300 million in unpaid transfer fees to other clubs. Ibrahim, I hope your Christmas is better than seeing me 3 times in one day. Onana, Mount, Amrabat, Rasmus, 2 backups. I'm happy. I'm not going to pretend that I'm delighted with this transfer window. However, the signing of Amrabat really, really does moves the needle on how good I think this window has been. This is a signing that we should have got 6 weeks ago. A signing that could easily have been done 6 weeks ago had we had the money. The reason it's taken so long is because we've been scrimping and scrounging, begging on the streets, busking, asking for a tenner. Can I borrow it? You've got 20 quid spare, mate. That's what United have been doing. Eric Ten Hag wasn't... Dude, De Jong would have been... Oh, man. Don't speak about De Jong. Captain, big up to you, my friend. Lots of you comment on the heart, mate. It has been a grind this summer. It has been some serious graft has gone in. But I've loved doing it. I've loved it. And we've got 1 day left. And if like tomorrow, right? And this is the madness of it all, right? Imagine this. And this is not really something. This probably should happen. Tomorrow we should get an announcement of a deal for Reguilon. Good. Hopefully a deal agreed and done for Amrabat. So that's 2 pretty important signings. Well, 1 major signing and 1 cover signing. And then you're looking, well, Mengi's been announced to Luton tonight. Henderson's been announced to Crystal Palace, which means Bayindir. So it means tomorrow we're going to get 3 official announcements of signings if Amrabat signs and Reguilon signs, because we're going to get Bayindir as well. On deadline day, 3 official announcements for signings. I mean, come on. Come on. That is not a well-operated football club. However, I'd rather that than nothing. You know, really the definition of better late than never really does apply to this. That's what I would say. Oh, look at that, man. Ibrahim and Sue, both of you legends, gifting 5 memberships each. And I'll tell you what, no one has any idea what this gong is. You must be thinking, why this dude hitting a gong? That's because we've got the most generous community in the world. That's why we've got Discord as the town hall of United People's TV. And I'll leave it down here as well. I know you might think that I'm pushing this Discord, but it's completely free and it's completely awesome. So you should come across. More comments down here. Let me run through the story. If you're just tuning in, let me give you a one minute recap. I'll read more of your comments out and then maybe we'll scoot off. Maybe we'll stay on. We'll see. But it was Fabrizio Romano tonight saying, look, Man United are entering more talks for Amrabat. And then Damasio coming out and saying Fulham might come in with a 30 million bid. We ran through all of this. David Ornstein said, no, hold on. Amrabat is still on track. And then Fabrizio said, look, Fulham can be in it if they want. But he only wants United. And I finished on that note there. I said, look, it feels like Amrabat has done almost more than Manchester United here to push through his move to Manchester United. He really has been advocating that move and just staunch on the fact that he wants to play for our club. And we need him. A midfield 3 with Amrabat in is significantly more balanced than anything we could possibly put out right now with this current squad. He's going to be, you know how I think early this summer, right? When we were speaking about Amrabat, we were all talking about Amrabat as an alternative to Casemiro, weren't we? I think now, truth be told, I think we're talking about Amrabat being a regular starter for Manchester United. I think Eric Ten Hag went into this season with the ambitions of playing Casemiro, Bruno and Mount. I think that now pivots slightly away. And not just because Mason Mount is injured, but I think it pivots a little bit away. I think it pivots towards Man United playing both Casemiro and Amrabat together with Bruno in front. And Casemiro will actually operate, because I'm sure you've seen it. We've all seen it. Casemiro's not operating as a number 6. This dude, he wants to be a number 8. He's looking at everyone forward going, let me get involved, lads. Let me get involved. Someone's got a cover behind. I can't run. because he wants to be that sort of, I don't know, maybe he'd spent so long being the piano carrier at Real Madrid. He goes, no, sod that. I'm not doing that anymore. I want to be the one that's scoring goals. I want to be going forward. And I think he can be good in that role. But I think you'll see Amrabat now sitting behind Casemiro, Casemiro operating slightly in front, kind of bulldozing around and being a very good forward-thinking midfielder. And then Bruno, rather than Casemiro sitting deep with Mount and Bruno in front. I think there's going to be a slight pivot. So instead of Amrabat coming in and being like a, I don't know, like a squad player, I think he's going to be starting far more games than you think, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. Oh, man, look at Danny Tilley's gifted 5 memberships. Let me read some names out. Troy Hamilton, you've got one. Jean Coeur de Lion. That's a wicked name. Jacob Meyer, Paul Greaves, and Michael Francis. All of you lot, go and join the Discord right now, and you can join the members-only lounge. Just attach your YouTube channel. And you're saying go in for Taremi. I don't think... I've got it on the board. I've got the board turned sideways there because I was doing the show earlier, the Champions League show. I don't personally feel that... I can't rule it out, but I don't feel that United will have the... I don't think you've got the facilities for that big man. I don't think we will sign another surprise attacker, but maybe we will. As I said, Mason Mount. Wrong Mason. Ten Hag's been planning to use Mason Greenwood this season, and now he's not. So ideally he would get one. SRAM, what are you saying? United are simply delaying the Amrabat deal until the last minute so they can no time to do any other deals. Ten Hag's been screwed over. I'm not looking at it as cynically as that, man. United have delayed it because we have had no money. We've tried to make it as cheap as possible. Mengi's now just been sold, undisclosed fee, hopefully more than like the 500, 700 grand that we've got for, I don't know, Ethan Laird, Emerin, and Iqbal. Hope it's for more than that. And it's sold to a Premier League club as well. Right, I'm going to go down and read a few of your comments before we wrap this one up, all right? MG saying, how do you rate the Reguilon loan? Honestly, I think if anybody's getting offended either by Cucurella or Reguilon, it's like, you're just kind of looking to be annoyed because you already are annoyed. It's an emergency loan signing. Erik ten Hag wants to have 2 players in every single position. His right backs are Wan-Bissaka and Dalot. Therefore, he's only got Alvaro Fernandez at left back. We don't know how long Manasseh is going to be until he's back, and we don't know how long Shaw's going to be. Roughly November, maybe December time. Therefore, it's a good deal. It's a good signing. It's a smart signing. And Ten Hag didn't... I said that I think I've been saying this actually, that I don't think Ten Hag trusts Dalot and Fernandez, but I think I'm being a little bit unfair there. I think it's more of what I just explained there. He wants 2 players in every position. So that's why he's gone for Reguilon. That's why I think so anyway. Any other comments down here? Oh, man. Jeez, I love this community, man. I think I've said this before. Isaacson, you've just gifted 10 memberships. I don't even know what to say anymore. You know, you've exhausted the superlatives I've got to describe this community, and it's only getting bigger and better, man. Come on, we're doing bits, man. We really are. I can't wait. We got to try and get some live shows done. That'd be good fun. Ibrahim saying earlier start tomorrow. Can't rule that out. Deadline day is going to be a madness. As I said, we should get 3 official signings, hopefully. To wrap up here on the Amrabat situation, I'm going to go back to the poll. 2,200 votes in 10 minutes. And by the way, there's only 500 of you that liked the video. I always say this, but please, if you can, just take a second now and drop a like on the video. It does make a big, big difference to the community and to show YouTube you actually like what you're watching rather than just watching it. But over 2,200 of you have voted, and 82% of you are saying that you think that we're going to sign Amrabat. That is some... I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting it to be as widespread as that. I was expecting it to be, you know, more than 50%, but that's a straight 80% landslide. I think I'm with you in the 80%. It just everything that is... This dude does not want to join any other team. Not Fulham, not Forest, not West Ham, not Al Ali for big money. He wants United, and we want him. If United mess this up, geez, because look, Ryan Gravenberch has gone to Liverpool. I find that, I'll be honest, I find that a slightly odd signing. Unless Ryan Gravenberch is going to be properly molded into a number 6, but he's not really a number 6 that's going to be fit and ready to cope with that position in the Premier League. He's more of a number 8. Of the 2, anyway. I'm not saying he can't play number 6 because he can, but he played in like a double pivot. at Ajax when he was playing alongside Edson Alvarez. I just find it a little bit interesting considering they've already signed McAllister and I can't remember his name. Can't pronounce his name. Sablowski. That's what I just call him. I'm just going to call him the Big Lebowski. That's easier. Curie, you're saying I'll be shocked if we don't sign Amrabat. It's not that I'll be shocked, but I do agree with the 80% of you. I do think we'll sign him, and it's going to be. I mean, I put out a lot of Amrabat propaganda this week because they're never the most glamorous signings, right? They aren't. They're technically defensive midfielders. They're not the ones that get you off your seat. You want to see like attackers. You want like, Erasmus Haaland is a more exciting signing, but Amrabat is a necessity. And those signings are always probably the most important. They might not be the sexiest, but they are the ones that really can make a team an actual unit, a proper team. And Amrabat, I think, does do that. Ladies and gents, I told you it was going to be short. I told you it's going to be sweet. Oh, not that short. Rotham, you gifted 5 memberships as well. My God. I love this. I love this job. Thank you so much for allowing me to do it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I told you it was going to be short and sweet. To the point. I like to think it was short and sweet. I will be here tomorrow. Maybe I'll be earlier than 10 a.m. because there's so much going on tomorrow. I'm going to have my Arsenal start 11 going out as well. Deadline's tomorrow night at 11 p.m. I'm going to go to bed probably quite soon. Amrabat. Yes, please. And if you haven't already, and I'm going to keep saying this because I'm proud of it. I'm so proud of it. I am. Join the Discord. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy yourself tonight. And I think it's going to end with Amrabat properly wearing a United shirt. 80-20. That's what the poll says.